Hello, everyone. Welcome on back to Riverbend Springs. All right. So first things first, we'll be getting this going here on the oats. It is, well, time to actually sell the oats this month. It looks like at the place that we were hoping to sell, the Grain Barge 2, it looks like it's still going up. So we will probably go ahead and sit on it for a little bit longer. So yeah, right now it's still going up at Terminal 2. So I'll let it sit and hope we can get, the price that we're seeing at Terminal 1 or the Grain River Silo. The silage bales are about 90% to being fully fermented. It just takes a little bit of time, obviously, with that kind of stuff. I loaded up the 2 pallets of long planks and the 1 pallet of wood beams to go and sell that. Put a couple more trees into the sawmill, not too many. I'm not sure how many more we'll put through there. It's obviously, for us to try to expand the goat pen more, we'd have to sell all of them in there. So we'd probably not make money in the end, because I'm sure, obviously, if you sell them and then buy adults back, I'd imagine you're not going to make money. Maybe, I don't know. Makes sense to continue progress on this for us right now. $22,000, that's... Yeah, okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm trying to figure out if that would mean anything is not being sold, because I'm pretty sure it'll still take it, even if it doesn't need it. It just won't give you money for it. If I remember correctly, somebody was having issues with that. So, but yeah, the money would make sense, and it definitely still needs them. I am considering buying a new trailer, too. I was thinking of that off camera when I was switching this trailer to the flatbed, because this is our same trailer. I was like, we could keep this as the flatbed, which it's not big. I realize that. But, bring in a couple loads of, a couple pallets of long planks and wood beams, it does that job. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy a new trailer. I was thinking of that too. I was considering. I was looking at this one. We could buy the 20,000 liter capacity one, and really the best bet would be the non-extension version of this. It's 20,000 liter capacity. I think the combine would have a high enough reach too. So that'd be $35,500. I think it's needed. We're gonna start getting, a bunch of loads of, oats. Obviously, canola took us 3 loads. We had 20,000 liters. It's stuff like that where it's we could be doing this in significantly less time, and obviously unloading less during the harvest. Tons of positives to getting a bigger trailer. And we can keep this in the flatbed mode. And it'll allow us to bring, goat milk and stuff like that in bigger quantities. I'm going to grab the cultivator. I'm going to get the road in there tore up. The plan was to combine both of those fields. We'll need to buy fertilizer at some point too, but not quite yet. Well, actually we could. Yeah, we could fertilize it prior. I do have the mod that allows a cultivator to create a field. Probably should make sure I actually get over. So yeah, we can combine both of these fields, make a fairly good sized field in the end. should be nice. It'll limit us to, 2 big fields, really. And like I said, eventually I would prefer to possibly get a large planter. They might be cheaper. I think you can get like larger ones for, comparable towards a cedar would be. If I remember correctly. A planter we could easily, with the John Deere fully upgraded, we could pull this for $250,000. It's 18.2 meters width, and that's a direct planter. Versus this, we'd be looking of 250,000. There's nothing that large that's direct. So we might go that route. I could, of course, look into mods. I'm not sure if there's many out yet that would be like one of the multi-fruit ones where it kind of allows you to plant anything. I'm not sure if there'd be many of those out yet. We've used those in the past, and they are quite nice and convenient. Obviously, one drill, one planter for everything is quite nice. It's a lot cheaper, too. You buy one thing once. We could look into that, see if there's something. Is it the most realistic thing? No, but it is certainly convenient. So I could maybe look into something. See if there's something out there. I'm sure third-party sites have an edit of one or something by now. They probably had those pretty early on. Yeah, that field is done. We'll need to get this probably first layer of fertilizer. Actually, this field, that portion there will need to be cultivated. I think in the future I wouldn't mind trying to line up both of our fields. If that makes any sense, that way we would be able to plant both of them at the same time. But this field is quite a ways out still from harvest. It's still a couple months. We'll get this put into the silo. I'll probably check out contracts just in case there's something decent in there. I might go and see if I could just lease a planter or something. I could lease it and then, well, maybe not a planter. Well, actually, I guess that would line up. If we planted soybeans, it would line up pretty good. So that would be something we can consider doing. We have the ability to go quite a ways up here. Well, I guess horsepower-wise, not so much. This would be a direct. We'd have to double fertilize still, but it would probably be better than... Like, how much is the lease price? $9,000. It would take basically $9,000 to plant a field. That's $6,500. Are we making money at that time? I also know it would take an absolute lifetime for our drill to finish our larger fields. It's not that big. So that's something I'm gonna have to think on here. It's gonna cost money to get it planted. We would definitely make a decent amount of money, I would imagine. It's tempting. To sell everything and just try to line everything up in the months. Well, let's take a gander at contracts just in case there's something out here. There's a Deadwood one. I'd be curious if anybody knows. So we can sell them, right? Yeah, you can sell them afterwards. Are they decent to put into our sawmill? I don't know if anybody knows that. Like, are they a decent liter amount? Are they even worth doing that with? We'll do this one. We'll accept and borrow those items. That's not too bad to do. Well, we can get this set up. Yeah, 6.5 grand is a lot to plant a field. We would make the money. And if I go down this route, I would prefer to buy a planter before buying almost anything else then. Save that, 6 grand every so many months. This is towards the bottom of the map, correct? Yeah, 89. So I have a pretty good idea of how to get there. Oh, this must be sorghum? Must have been like sorghum or something? Yeah. Because I got here, I was like, wait, this field is planted, but no, it's just how sorghum looks after it was harvested, I guess. The newer texture, because I think it looked different in 22, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, this field does not look like it would take very long, considering the size of it and how much money we're about to get for it. Well, I did kind of decide something. I think I'm going to sell everything. Well, not everything. I'm going to sell the cultivator and I'm going to sell the drill. Because kind of where I've thought is we basically get probably 6 grand every month in contracts. So we basically just 1 month, those contracts, that money from that will just go towards the lease. And at some point, I'm going to try to get both of the fields somewhat lined up. And then we only have to lease it once, which will save us a decent amount. And I will then look to possibly see if we can get a multi-fruit. I would prefer, obviously, stick things as realistic as possible, though. So I might not. I think this video might be up by the time that decision would be made, so let me know if you would have any issues with it. I've had it in 22 before. Obviously, realism's sake, is it the most realistic thing? Probably not, but because I am starting to run out of my backlog slowly. Doing the weekly video, well, not weekly, daily videos there for a while at least. Because I was recording right after launch. The week after launch, I was doing like 3 videos a day I was recording in both series. So 3 total videos between both series. So I did create quite a big backlog in that period. So obviously I got like 3 weeks? Like 2 or 3 weeks of a video a day from doing that. So yeah, it'd be 3 weeks. And probably a little extra in there, so hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I would think by the time this video goes up, it's either going back to the 4 a week or it's already at the 4 a week. So obviously if you're new to the channel, we usually do 4 a week. It was just I created a large backlog, so I was able to make that amount just from being off from work and stuff, so. Okay, I think that should be in the box. I'm pretty sure I saw something about the repainting amount being wrong. Like it's not giving you the extra money. Like the repair seems to give you the extra amount, but otherwise not. We'll just let it save. I'll test it just to see. Wow, this is not worth a lot of money. We'll repair it, so we did make that little bit of money back. Now this should mean it'll be like what, 3,700 after this if we repaint. It did. So we'll sell that and then we'll repair this, which, wow, that's kind of expensive. $9,000 on repaint. So I'm going to resave now. I know that it seems to be a bug that a couple people were having, so I just want to play it on the safe side. So this should go up about $10,000 then. And it did. I guess I'm not having this bug. I guess I'm not having it. Well, we're back to $45,000. We can bring back whatever drill we want. The lower growth times would likely be OATS right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna lease this one. I can bring it back with this, but the John Deere, I'll actually have to do it. I think long term we'll be alright for doing this. It's just gonna be a short term, it might not seem like it. I'll buy one, no, we'll buy two things. I'll just have extra. I know I have some at the farm too. Then we'll want to get some fertilizer, which I have like none at the farm right now. We'll buy 3 bags. I'm not sure if it'll fit 3 bags in it. Whatever it doesn't fit, we can just great demand at Goldcrest Valley. Yeah, whatever doesn't fit, we can bring them back on the forks. Yeah, I'm not sure if everyone's going to agree on my decision on selling the planter, or the seeder and the cultivator. But I really think if we line everything up, the cost will not be that bad. Because then it would cost $10,000 to plant the fields, or $5,000 to plant the fields, whatever, drill we get. And then that's it. We plant both, and we'll probably get, I don't know, let's say 50,000 from it. So we're still netting 35, 40,000 in the end. And it would save us a ton of time. And time is money. Obviously, instead of having a worker cultivate, let's say, instead we get to do the whole thing once, direct drill. That would save us quite a bit of time. And money. A couple, probably, let's say $1,000 in worker costs. Yeah, I don't think it's going to take too long to get this field done. And we'll check the price on the oats. I'm just curious, are they still going up? 1905 at Terminal 1. 2 has gone up, but it's not. Right now it'd be about $1,000 difference for us to not sell at Terminal 1 or the grain silo, Grain River silo. Where is this? It's down here. That's a long drive. And we have, it'd be 3 loads. Do I want to take 3 loads that far? Well, I think I am going to go ahead and start up a time lapse. We'll just finish up the planting here. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. so we're just about done here with the planting, and then we can get, well, we'll get the seeds and everything unloaded before we return this. Otherwise, this rental will be even more costly than what it would have been otherwise. We'll take a look at the prices too. There might have been a little miss there. It's kind of tough to tell the difference on the portion that was cultivated. At least for me personally, it might just be a me thing though. Yep, there's a little bit missed. Like there's a subtle difference and it's slightly darker. That would be, yeah, right there. Yep, that looks a ton better. Get this folded up and put it over here. This wouldn't be a bad drill to look to buy in the future, so. Let's see. It's still a decent amount lower. Now it's almost $2,000. If we wait a month, though, it's going to be even worse. That's the thing. I'll increase time speed a little bit. We'll get this returned. Increase the time speed, so that should finish out a little quicker. Oh, this is done. There we go. So the price should start going up, hopefully faster then, or change whichever way it needs to go. Alright, so we'll get the first load in here. Take a look at the price again. Is it creeping up faster? Not really. It went up $2 in that period. If we go up a little bit faster, if we go to like another hour, I don't want to get too dark though. All right. Oh man, it keeps going up at Terminal 1. It's tempting, but I think the convenience of it being so close is almost worth it, because yeah, that's way down here. Well, down here. It's not a huge drive, I guess, but so much closer here. This is just so convenient, it being literally across the river. It's just a drive across a bridge, basically. And I'm sure it's still going up. We're basically missing out $35 every 1,000 liters. So we may be missing like $1,000 every trailer. So yeah, that was almost $38,000, $37,000 and what, 740 something. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll hurry on back and we'll get the next load. Ooh, there's something else in the sales. That's nice. I did notice the cement factory is like right down here. It's right there. There is what looks to be like a debris crusher right next to it. Looks like there's rocks and stuff coming out. So I'm not sure if we can just freely take from it, or if we have to like own the land. But I did notice that. So we could potentially look to lease the cement factory. And we could either, sell the products or, use it for other things too, which right now none of the constructions need it. I haven't looked if the museum would need any of that. It probably will. I think if it buys it, it probably needs it. cement bags, and there's some kind of roof too. Something roof that it made. Roof tile, roof plate. It also needs that. Although it doesn't get sold at the playground, so that's something. I believe the playground needs rope, though. Yeah. Which I don't know if there's a rope factory on the map. There might be. We look in here. Is it? Yep, there is a rope maker. We can do cotton or wool. So maybe in the future we'll either look to do a little bit of cotton to get it into there and make some rope, because we will need it for the playground. So that's something I'm going to have to consider on that. So maybe I'll look, off camera. If I just buy a bucket, can I actually just grab rocks from there and put it through the cement factory? Because then we can start selling it at the museum, and we can start building that stockpile of when it does need it, he'll have it. I don't know how many steps, the museum is or the playground, but I'm kind of assuming they're going to be less than the temple for Houghton, because there's 2 construction projects here and there's only 1 on that map, so I'm kind of just assuming that. I'm just going to look at the price real quick. It is still going up. Yeah, it's gone up, what, $60 per load on that? We don't have too much left now. But that would be a way we could, make a little bit of extra money, as well as make progress. Because we can only lease the productions that are built into the map. We can't, place a production and lease it. I think it's like $1,000 a day. It's quite a bit. It might be based off of production. Because, yeah, there's a giant load of rocks over here. You can see. It looks like it's just piling them up. So I assume maybe we can just grab them. $1,000 a day. Okay. That's not terrible. It looks like it spawns here. I was just gonna quickly look since I'm here. For any sort of collectible, which I might have already been in this area. So yeah, maybe we'll have to think about that, because we would make more than $1,000 in a day. It's $1,000 a month or $1,000 a day, whichever one it said. I forget already. But it's 1 day per month for us, so it's going to be $1,000 a month. Which might be a little steep for us at the beginning here, but we can sell the products fairly good if we look here. Cement bricks are $5,000, looks like. A little under $5,000. Oh, $5,000 at the museum. Cement bags, about $3,000. And the roof tiles or roof plates are about $5,000. Obviously, it would take a while to spawn that stuff. I'd probably just turn everything on because we might need it. $135,000 now, and we'll have plenty to sell in the future. Of course, we have $25,000 of goat milk right now, which might be sold next month. It looks like the silage has turned, so that's $23,000. I don't see any grass bales. No, so yeah, everything's been turned. They'll be about 23, 24 grand. Not too bad. And then we'll have some honey to sell in the future, which is just 1,000. 40,000 in lettuce, some enoki, some chili peppers, some oyster mushrooms, which is another $40,000. I think we might have planks long maybe next month. We could sell, which we probably won't. We'll let it stockpile a little bit before we bring more down. But yeah, that is about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.